Toast up, it's your boy Dion, and I'm back with another cybersecurity video. And today we're going to get a little bit more technical. So, in general, I want to do more like videos to prep anybody that's trying to be like a SOC analyst or work in a security operations center. So, today we're going to cover some things that I feel like if you are trying to get there and you haven't quite got your foot in the door yet, knowing these things can help you land a role. Like, I feel like if you can prove that you have this skill, it might help you beat out the next person. With that being said, today we're going to cover suspicious inbox rules. So you may wonder, well, what is a suspicious inbox rule? So typically when we witness business email compromises, which that is when a threat actor takes over a normal user's account due to a phishing attack and the user fell for it. Once the user fell for the attack, then the threat actor can basically gain access to that user's account and impersonate that user. While impersonating the user, the threat actor may set up different inbox rules to try to hide his or her traces. And as a security analyst, if you're wanting to be in this position, you should be able to identify the suspicious inbox rules. Reading logs in general is a huge part of your day if you want to be a SOC analyst. So this is just a parameter of that when it comes to business email compromises and identifying those, analyzing those, and making the right decisions to help your client or your environment. So for this video, I decided to make some fake inbox rules just so we can use them as examples to see if you can identify the suspicious rules or not. Okay, so let's look at example one. So on example one, what I typically look for is the name of the rule, what folder is it being moved to, and what is it actually doing. So if we're looking at example one, we see right here where it says name, value. This value is what the name of the rule is. So in this particular scenario, it's S. So off bat, it's like, who names a rule just S? What does S mean? So I already have my high beams on because I'm on full alert. So now we're looking at, well, what folder is this rule set to move things to? And it's the RSS subscriptions folder, which we typically see threat actors move things to archive. They'll delete things outright, or they'll move it to like the RSS feeds. So again, there's two red flags already. Then it's saying from address contains words and the @ symbol. So it's like, okay, every email has @ in it. So, but the real final red flag for me is marking everything as red, which is the value true. So it's doing that. And I've attended some webinars where offensive security guys mention this technique too. It's like, okay, they get into infrastructure or they compromise an account and they immediately go to Outlook or something just to see how much information they can get, see if they can pivot to other users. And let's just be honest. If somebody stole your session and you technically still had access to your Outlook, but this is key because even if a new email came in with these parameters that the threat actor has set, you won't see it. It's going to automatically go to this RSS subscriptions folder and it's going to be marked as red. So in this case, I would definitely call the client or the user and, take care of this. Remediate the situation, revoke sessions, change passwords, all that good stuff. And then even some of the logs might show like the source IP that created the rule. And if it's not the user's typical IP, I would definitely block that on firewalls and via conditional access. All right, moving on to example 2. So kind of the same scenario. I would typically look for the name of the rule, if it's moving stuff to a particular folder, what is the rule actually doing? So in this case, and you see, I kind of highlighted. Well, you can't see because my big head is in the way. But I kind of highlighted what the rules are doing and like how my eyes work when I typically look at logs. So I'm gonna go off the one that's not highlighted, and you could just go along with me. But basically, this rule here, we see that it's name delete because it has that value for name delete. And then here it's actually is the action is going to delete the message, which is a value of true. And then it's only going to delete emails received before this date because it has a value of October the 1st, 2024 at 6 a.m. So this is telling me that this user, Dion, is basically, I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. This rule doesn't look malicious to me initially, just because it looks like they're just cleaning up their inbox. Maybe they have a whole bunch of emails and stuff, and it's the end of the year. They're trying to clean out their inbox before the new year starts. So that's the vibe it's giving me. But to play devil's advocate, I can see how a threat actor can finagle their way with this particular rule, just because in hindsight, it's deleting every email out of this person's inbox that came before October the 1st, 2024. So they could be hiding their tracks somehow if it was a malicious actor. So with that being said, I would email the client, but I would like make a special note in the email like, hey, this doesn't initially look malicious to us. It looks like they're just cleaning up their inbox, but we would recommend that you reach out to the user to see if this was intended actions or not. And then from there, you would know if the user's like, yeah, I didn't do that, then boom, threat actor. If they did do it, okay, they were just cleaning their inbox like you initially thought. But rather be safe than sorry. All right, and I think I'm going to end with this one. This is example 3. So again, like we talked about earlier, the main things I'm looking for are the name of the rule, where is it sending things to, like what folder or what actions is it doing, and those are like my 3 things that I'm trying to get my eyes to register in a fairly rapid manner. So with this one, we see that the name is Dot. And this is already a red flag to me because with some of my coworkers that work with the DFIR department, which is Digital Forensics Incident Response Team, they see this a lot. They see threat actors using a series of dots or a series of slashes. And so my mind is already registered from their experience. Like, okay, if I see this, this is going to kind of get me on my toes a little bit. So with that being said, I'm already high beams on again. And then from there, just another indicator for me, I'm looking to see if they marking it as red and it's true. So it's like those are 2 red flags in one for me. If the name is crazy looking, and then if they already are marked on one of the actions of the rule is to mark the email any emails as red with the value of true. So I'm like, yeah, let's email or call and email because yeah, it doesn't look good. But back to this example, the rule is named Dot, and it is marking all emails as red, and it's sending them to the RSS feeds folder, which again, we're on high alert because we know threat actors typically use those because regular users don't typically, go there that often. So, and then for this one, is doing it for any email with the subject or body
that contains the words Dropbox. So to me, this is telling me that this threat actor is probably sending out a malicious email dealing with Dropbox. And so this user may be sending or trying to set up a rule where they can send it to other people. Yes, they can send it to other people too to try to pivot in the environment since they already compromised this user. So that's just kind of my thought process.
So in conclusion, we were able to look at some suspicious inbox rules and point out the indicators that your eyes should pretty much pinpoint when you're analyzing these logs. And if you found this video helpful, leave a like, even a comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I can keep providing these educational and technical videos for you as you travel along this journey of joining the cybersecurity industry. Until next time, keep defending.